A U.S.-Israel strike has shattered Iran's Islamic regime, sparking celebrations among Iranians worldwide after the death of the Ayatollah. But while millions of Iranians cheer in hope of a new government and freedom of their precious country, radical Islamic loyalists mourn, and the radical left protesters in New York is protesting against the war in Iran.
Turn it up loud. This is Freedom Talk.
Yes, welcome to Freedom Talk, and my name's Steve, and I'm your Freedom Talker. Thank you in advance for that like, share, and subscribe. And let's get into this. Yes, Ayatollah Khamenei is dead. The U.S. had took him out, the U.S. and Israel, and that left the celebrations for millions. That's millions of Iranians. I want to show you a clip of this, several clips of just the celebration that's taken place.
Finally, President Trump, thank you so much, President Trump. We love you. Completed this. Thank you, God. Thank you. God bless President Trump. And we are just so excited to see what the next steps are. No matter what it is, anything is better than the current dictatorship. And he's dead. He's gone. Thanks to Donald Trump.
There's more. And there's more. This is in Los Angeles. And there's more. This is in London. This is in Iran. Celebrations. To hear that from a high rise across the city is amazing. And another angle. Yes, the Iranian people have a chance to get their country back to pre-Khomeini days, where the Shah Pahlavi had control of the country. And talk about a different Iran. Back in those times, Iran actually looked like Southern California more than it did like Iran today. So, but I have a video at my very first video on this channel. I'll put it at the end of this video, so be sure to check that out, and we'll get into that. But the people of Iran are celebrating in the streets. They're dancing in the streets, which is awesome. Khomeini actually made sense of the dance in the streets, and that's a very concept of that. But a lot of celebration there. Continue to celebrate in Iran. More celebration. And here's a nice little report.
Since we've gotten here, it has amassed a large number of people, and the celebration is striking. We got here just moments after initial reports, initial rumors of the death of Ayatollah Khamenei had just started to trickle from Iran to this diaspora community, and people were jumping in excitement, hugging each other, crying, saying that basically they've been waiting 47 years for this very day.
And I thought that was kind of a striking similarity that it was 47 years that the Ayatollah Khamenei had control of the country, and it took president number 47 to take him out. Is that a coincidence or not? So I'm very happy for the people of Iran. I have to admit, growing up with seeing all the Islamic terrorism that was going on over there, and as far as the regime was orchestrators of terrorism, I had a very, let's say, a negative view of Iran. But once I started digging into this report a little more and saw as far as the people and the culture and the people, how there's two different types of Iran. There's a Islamic terrorist group, and then there's the people of Iran, which are good-hearted people, and they like peace and they like freedom, just like the rest of us in America. So now that I see the differences between what is Islam, radical Islam, and what is the people of Iran, led me to believe that much of the stuff that was put over the news and the airwaves was propaganda, and it just painted a negative light on Iran. We can see much of that happening here in the United States too, as well, as a majority of our people are celebrate freedom, loving Americans, Christian values, and seek peace. There is a few that can be extreme in protesting and trying to silence anyone that comes against their moral beliefs. This is New York. Let me play you a clip from that.
And we're here to protest against a war with Iran because we know that it's not for the people of Iran. It's not for anyone else's benefit except for the imperialist power of the U.S. So we're here to say no to war with Iran. Stand up, fight back!
And we've seen this brutality, this depravity, with complete impunity by Israel and the U.S. for years now. So we understand.
And look at
well
all
what
these
this war is.
hand-printed signs,
This is an
or
attempt to
pre-printed
reshape the
signs,
Middle
and there's
East,
some hand-printed ones
but
over
we
here.
gather here today to reject that.
But these protests are organized, and they are well organized, and they are funded by somebody. And I would just want to show you this clip right here, how they have pre-printed signs, and this actually was just right after, just right after the strike. And they already have these signs, and they're bringing it to New York, and they're organizing a protest on that very same day. And this guy went to the streets, and he asked the question, how did you get your signs so printed so quick?
All right. I just want to know. Unfortunately, I wish I got paid. Okay.
He asked if they were paid protesting too. But you can see in this protest, not quite as many people are celebrating the death of Khomeini. And this is just this is the liberal left right here. They have to go against anything and everything that Trump does. So if it's good for Americans, they'll celebrate it long as Trump didn't do it. But whatever Trump does, they have to come against it. They have to shoot it down. They have to poo-poo it. And they just have to create such division in our country. And it's such a shame. And take a look at this protest over here. And this is in New York City. That strikes me odd. Up with liberation. Iran just got liberated, and they want to be against this. And they say, down, down with the occupation. But occupation was from Ayatollah Khomeini for 47 years, and then now he got taken out. It's freedom time. So that was New York. And one thing that strikes me odd is most of those people in New York, not too many of them are Iranian. They're liberal left, and they're all different backgrounds and races. But the one thing that they do have in common is they all hate Trump. But what does have more meaning is when the people of that country show this. So the people of Iran are celebrating, and God bless them for it. I pray that they have a free country in the near future. Their work's not done. There's still a few more weeks that need to really dismantle the regime and their capability because the Iranian people they're not armed, and but the regime is. So there's a few things that need to take place in order for them to regain control of their country. But it's not all celebrations in Iran. The radical Islamic loyalists to the Ayatollah Khomeini went out to the streets to show their displeasure. And to me, this looks like a organized protest, much like we have over here in America. Let's ask the question. So is there any similarities between our radical left and Islamist extremists? Is there? Well, first of all, I'm not comparing religions and I'm not comparing people. I'm just comparing their practices. And there's a couple of similarities that just jump out. So, yes, there's a few similarities with the Islamic extreme groups and then our American far left, too, believe it or not. They both believe that they have a moral superiority over whatever other people are thinking. If it's a different view, then they have the moral superiority on all of that. And you can see that in our Democratic Party too, as well, that their view is the only way. Also, too, that they justify threat of harm by protecting their view and their viewpoints. You can see that in a lot of American protests across the United States when Trump got his first office that they did nothing but vandalize major cities and they promoted harm and in hurting one another just for wearing either a red cap or having a different opinion than them. And they justified that because we did not agree with their thinking. They do not accept pluralism either. And that is when they have two different beliefs and instead of just getting along with each other, that it has to be their way or no way. Agree with us or be silenced, basically. But that's just a few things. And it's I say these things just to use this as a tool so we can self-evaluate each ourselves internally and just see on what side of history that we are standing on. And maybe we need to make a change. So that's up to you to make that conclusion. Remember, this world's full of choices. And if we make all of us make the right choice, then this is going to be a much better place to live in. This is Reza Pahlavi, and he would be the perfect fit for the Shah of Iran to regain control of that country. He is the crown prince of his father, which is Shah Pahlavi.
If you were to give me the opportunity to say to the Iranian people and the world, when is it that I go back there? It will be the first minute I get the opportunity to do that. And that has to be, of course, orchestrated properly. I'm ready to go there as soon as possible. I would like to be there, whether it is before the regime collapses or right after the regime collapses. It is important for me to be among my compatriots to fight the final battle and bring it to fruition.
Yes, so Reza Pahlavi would be the perfect Shah for the country of Iran and get it pre-Khomeini days. Remember that flag that I was telling you about to keep an eye on? That was a difference in that flag and the 1979 flag. And the 1979 flag has the lion with the sword, and that was when that was a more West free Iran, and they're heading back to those days. If you pay careful attention to the protests, you'll see this flag among the citizens of Iran that want that change versus the other flag. Yes, but Prince Pahlavi is the only choice there. And if you want a free Iran and more West-like culture, sort of like Saudi Arabia and Dubai, that's right now, they have an awesome economy and awesome future, and Iran can have that same future. So I want to thank you for watching Freedom Talk. And yes, I will be keeping you, as the conflict continues, we'll be keeping you posted on this topic. Thank you for your like and subscribe to get future updates. And then also too, make sure you check out this next video. Still getting used to the camera. I think it's this one over here. If not, then it'll be that one over there. So it's one of those two. But check out that next video. That was my very first video, and that was when Iran was going through the protest uprising. Unfortunately, 30 to 60,000 people lost their lives in standing up to the regime. But God bless you. Pray for Iran and pray for America too. We need prayer. Everyone needs prayer, and prayer fixes a lot of things. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on Freedom Talk.
Turn it up loud. This is Freedom Talk.